Wouldn't it be nice to not have to work? Sit at home, play video games, watch Netflix, and eat snacks? Wouldn't it be nice to be happy all of the time, never down, always smiling? Wouldn't it be nice to never feel fear, anxiety, or depression? In July 1968, a behavioral researcher by the name of John B. Calhoun attempted to create such a place for mice. 4 pairs of mice were introduced to a perfect habitat: tunnels, access to comfortable nesting boxes, food and water dispensers. The mice would have all that they wanted, as there was no shortage of food, water, or bedding material. A perfect mouse utopia. The only limitation was space. As expected, the population grew rapidly, doubling every 55 days. After 315 days, the population had skyrocketed to 620 mice. But after this, something strange happened. Population growth dropped considerably, and finally on day 600, the last mouse was born. The total population was 2,200. Yet the mouse utopia was large enough to comfortably hold 3,840 mice. Yet mating wasn't the only thing worrying John Calhoun. Between day 315 and day 600, there was a gradual breakdown in social structure and normal mouse social behavior. Aggressive behavior, expulsion of young, and passivity among the mice grew. After day 600, social and behavioral changes were sending the mouse population towards extinction. With no more reproduction, withdrawn male mice would only sleep, eat, drink, and groom themselves. The will to thrive had left the mice. Calhoun was shocked by his experiment. He saw the results as a metaphor for the fate of man. Duality teaches us that our universe is not one-sided. It is a balanced interaction of opposite and competing forces. These interactions are complementary, and they need each other to exist. With life, we have death, old and young. With sadness, we have joy, hate and love. And with light, we have darkness, something and nothing. Hundreds of these dual forces can be explored, yet they all share the same principle: one cannot exist without the other. When Calhoun's mice were placed within a perfect environment, duality left their perceived world. With such a mundane existence, chaos was created. Killing of their young, aggressive behavior, and a breakdown of normality was quick to follow. We see this in modern society today. Social connection is easier than ever, yet relationships are fleeting and oftentimes non-existent. The duality of man and woman are becoming muddled as masculinity is pushed further and further away. Technology and advancements create comfort, happiness, and stability, yet depression and anxiety have never affected so many before. US birth rates are at the lowest it's been in 32 years. Author Bill Perkins has cited Calhoun's mouse study as a warning of the dangers of living in an increasingly crowded and impersonal world. Now, 2020 is days away. Have we as a society solved enough of the problems and hardships that we are actually starting to regress? Corporate greed and the wealth gap is spreading. Young adults struggle to afford rent, let alone a mortgage. Yet our greed for wealth, fame, and popularity has never been greater. Social media connects us in ways like never before, yet we feel so small and meaningless in such a vast connected space. If you give humanity tranquility, the first thing that they want is turmoil. I'll leave you with a quote from Albert Camus: "Utopia is that which is in contradiction with reality."